Hello everyone, No Life here, and today I'll be giving you guys an update on what we know about Virginia, the new character coming to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So first and foremost, the blog post that was just released by Gunn has confirmed that Virginia indeed will be our newest victim. Honestly, was there any doubt? So they did release a lot of stuff based on her lore and whatnot, but I kind of covered a lot of that with my last video, which I'll be linking in the description along with this blog post. So I'm kind of going to skip over that and just release all the relevant details. That way you guys don't have to deal with a TLDR. So first and foremost there, I guess we'll just go jump straight into it with her abilities. Her abilities has been confirmed to be again, abilities, not ability, is Boon, which will give her the ability to poison blood buckets, which will disorient any family member who picks up said blood. So I'm guessing this is going to be more like a poison effect, but one thing I can definitely tell you guys is when I heard about that, I was ecstatic. I had suggested that she has some sort of ability of hovering around blood buckets in my video, going over what we know leaks wise and fact wise, and again, what my hopes and aspirations for her are going to be. So I definitely can't wait to see what else she could do with blood buckets, with her star slot ability tree and all that. But her final ability here, I'm guessing by default, is going to be the ability to blow a blue smoke cloud, which will blind any family member that goes through it. So I'm not sure what the blind time's going to be. I'm hoping it won't go any further than a few seconds, because anything more than that is going to be a little bit egregious and it's going to end up getting nerfed anyway. So no need to do anything excessive like that. But another thing to also note about her poison is that she can craft at the same station as Nancy and Sissy can interact with. But have no fear, thanks to a Twitter user that questioned how that's going to function on their Twitter. Gunn has confirmed that Nancy, using her medical expertise as a nurse, will be able to use what's available at these stations, and that is not going to be any of the flowers there. So you don't have to worry about Virginia, the victim, hogging up all your poisons. Now, this still doesn't leave the ability for Virginia to sabotage these stations off the table. So you never know what might appear on her tree, whether it's a level 3 ability or otherwise. I personally would love for her to have three level 3 abilities like Daddy, but we're probably not going to find out about any of that until she actually releases. And judging by all the screenshots they posted here, I'd say that she's probably just about ready to go. I imagine the only thing they have left is just some finishing tweaks, as with the voice lines already being leaked, the images here, the character models and all that being available. I couldn't see this thing coming out any later than maybe middle of April. Who knows? We might even get it the end of this month. They did mention in this blog post that they still have a lot more stuff to go over in Virginia, so stay tuned on their socials for that. And you definitely can believe I will go ahead and be posting videos about Virginia if we do see any new updates about her in the next week or two. Now, there are a lot of unanswered questions about her abilities, such as will it suffer from the same 60-minute cooldown the victims do when they start off in the basement, or because she has to refill them, will she be able to go to the station and unlock her ability, much like Danny can go around and study without that cooldown, as of course he can't use that knowledge until he gets out the basement anyway. So, of course, we do have Leland to thank for us even getting this 60-second cooldown to begin with. So yeah, thanks Leland for having all these unneeded mechanics added to the game because you can't help yourself with your darn barge and stun locks. But I believe I just about covered everything about Virginia. I can definitely say I'm digging her looks. It looks very 80s inspired. I wasn't expecting her to quite look like this. I thought she might have had a sweater, looked a bit more conservative, but I could definitely say she is a bit of a MILF here. So yeah, I'm very eager to get my hands on her as I'm really digging her kit, and that we'll be having another kind of defender of the group here. So she's definitely fitting out that whole mother role they described her as being. And it's going to be very tough for when we get to the lobby with me to get a chance to play her. So I'm definitely going to be hogging her. So it's first come, first serve. So if you can't grab her before me, I don't know what to tell you. But moving on here, we do have some rumors about the new fan member, but I can't really say I'll be making a separate video on any of this stuff just because again it's all rumors and leaks and none of it's concrete. But rumor has it that the new family member is a masked man, which I believe is just people going off of the fact that in the dev stream they mentioned that he didn't have a face yet, which is again just placeholder stuff. You know, the way dev stuff usually works is they use placeholders, whether it be models or even sometimes voices and what have you, until they actually get things concrete. Then that's when they go back and do the actual models or finish them rather, and then get the voice working. Which is why I'm saying this stuff has got to be coming out within a month. It's all basically done at this point. Even the map, which I'm sure was pretty much done months ago, and they're just polishing up at this point. So getting back to this family member, they're saying that his abilities might be to barge victims, much like Leland can barge the family and drop shock traps, which I'm guessing it will affect victims, much like them running into cattle grids and just knock them down to the ground. But again, besides all these rumors about him being able to gap like Sissy had Hitch and all that, it's not concrete. So please do not quote me on any of this. This is just me telling you guys what I've heard, but this is all stuff you got to take with a grain of salt. Just like I heard about Virginia having the ability to heal other victims. Yet, as you can see here, there's nothing, at least base, that suggests she'll be able to heal anyone. Maybe she might have a level 3 ability to use her poisons to craft health items. We do not know. We'll have to wait until they say anything or she releases, hopefully by next month here, to know whether this stuff is true or not. But another thing I also want to mention is around the 150 bug fixes, even when we even heard any of these leaked voice lines. And I believe that was also when Sissy's poison stations appeared in all 4 maps in the basement. So I believe that the poison stations and the leaked voice lines are all unintentional things that were added to the game's files and all that. As if you think about it, it would make sense for them to add poison stations in the basement so Virginia has a chance to go craft the powders and help out against Leatherface in the basement so they can all, safely get upstairs. Is of course is a bit of a shadow buff to Sissy and Nancy as well, but I feel like that's the primary reason why we got these extra poison stations. Now, I am curious as to how the whole storage of the poison is going to work, whether it will take up an inventory slot or if it just kind of be what recharges her ability and it's going to be on cooldown until you craft it. And of course, how long is it going to take to craft said poison? So, in my video, I did mention her potentially having a perk, I guess I should be saying, a perk that would increase an inventory slot. So now that is a bit more relevant if, again, poisons take inventory slots. So again, we'll have to wait and see as to how any of this plays out because we really don't know again until she comes out. Now, something I meant to touch up on earlier, I almost slipped my mind, is the new map did have the sign there, the image, which I'm going to show again just so you guys know I'm talking about. The image says Devil's Rivers Mill. So, of course, if you guys pay attention to the radio feeds or any of the interactions in the game with Nancy and Johnny, they mention this Devil's River a lot, and even Danny has a shirt called DRWG, which stands for Devil's Rivers Wolf Girl. You might have seen it on Danny when he's getting executed because no one picked him. So hopefully this means that we will soon get those cosmetics because they've been leaked in the game for almost 4 months now. And maybe that's the name of the map, Devil's Rivers Mill. Maybe it's just in the mill. There's only one way to find out though, huh? I believe that's about it. I can't really think of anything else to really go over here. So I'll just leave it off on my normal spiel of if you like the video, please give it a like. It'd be much appreciated. Subscribe to for more content like that. It's all free, no strings attached, and I like to upload at least once a week. And please, let's comment down below here. Let's get a discussion going. I'm very curious as to what you guys' thoughts on Virginia is, what you're hoping she's gonna look like. I already have a second video, or rather, first video, going over what I think she might have in her kit. Of course, now some of that stuff is a little bit, dare I say, old news or redacted. But again, I still can't wait to hear more about her, whatnot. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you all in my next video here. Take care.